Many people get frustrated with trying to manifest their ideal reality. They try things like vision boards, affirmations, focusing on what they do want, etc., only to find that they're still coming up short. They may target this energy to things like money or cars, when what they truly want is security and freedom. Does the law of attraction even work? Yes it does. But it requires a deeper understanding and application of all of the universal laws together in order to truly make it work in your life. My name is Nadine Grace, and in this video, I will be sharing with you how to take your life to the next level by understanding and applying the 12 universal laws. Universal laws are also referred to as spiritual laws or laws of nature, and they are the unwavering and unchanging principles that govern every aspect of the universe and are the means by which our world and the entire cosmos continues to exist and thrive and expand. What is important is that you understand that they do exist, and should you choose to align and harmonize with them in a conscious and intentional way, you will in essence flow with and learn to be grateful even for each event, condition, and circumstance you encounter as the various aspects of your life unfold. There is no one or no thing in the entire universe that exists, whether seen or unseen, that isn't impacted, affected, or determined by these laws. The law of attraction is merely one of the 12 universal laws, and recognizing and getting a brief understanding of the full circle of universal laws will make working with the law of attraction much easier. These laws do not deviate. They are laws. They're always working, and they work for all, no matter the state of anyone's being. No matter if you're rich, poor, black, white, beggar, thief, yellow, brown, it doesn't matter. Understand how these laws work, and you can consciously use them to live life rather than survive it. The 12 universal or spiritual laws are covered in 4 separate videos. In this video, I will be discussing the law of rhythm and the law of gender. I will be placing the links below for the other 3 videos. So let's jump right in. The 11th law is the law of rhythm. The law of rhythm states that everything vibrates and moves to certain rhythms. These rhythms establish our seasons, cycles, stages of development, and patterns. There is a time and a season for all things in the universe and beyond. The law of rhythm states that the energy in the universe is like a pendulum. Whenever something swings to the right, it has to swing to the left. It states that everything vibrates and moves to certain rhythms, and these rhythms establish certain seasons, cycles, and stages of development and patterns. Each cycle expresses the regularity of God's universe. See, the masters know this. They know how to rise above the negative patterns of the cycle. They know how to rise above it, a cycle, by knowing how to never get too excited or allowing negative things to penetrate their consciousness. The law of rhythm states that everything flows in natural cycles. The tide goes out, the tide comes in. Spring always follows winter. The night always follows the day. These rhythms establish seasons and cycles and stages of development and patterns. If you're experiencing the winter of your life right now, where it seems like everything is falling apart, I've been there. Don't lose hope. Stay grounded, stay connected, and stay positive, and keep the faith. Know that the summer of your life is right around the corner. Understand that in life you will experience good times and bad times. Just know and trust that good times are on the horizon. As we learned in the previous law, the law of polarity, there's a polar opposite to all things. In the law of rhythm, there is a time for all things. Remember, without bad, there is no good. The bad must present itself to us to fully appreciate the good. And there's a season for both. Our job is to deal with these changes in the season and deal with the changes responsibly. It is all in how we respond to these rhythms that make the difference. We can choose to accept them for what they are and ride the tide, or we can fight against them. We don't want to do that. The choice is yours. Just remember, if you choose to fight, you will bring only more of it into your life. If you ride the tide of change, you will soon be facing a new season. Everything in life is temporary. Nothing has the permanence to last forever. Therefore, you should never let your current circumstances degrade your quality of thinking. Always look with positive expectation to the future. Don't let negative situations control you. If you allow yourself to be completely absorbed by a negative situation, then it can permeate every area of your life. For example, if something bad happens at work, it can perpetuate a negative thought cycle. Negative thoughts are self-replicating. That is why we will often take our frustration out on our spouses or significant other. You always get back what you give out. So taking things out on your significant other magnifies your feelings of frustration. You need to learn to sectionalize different areas of your life. Otherwise, you run the risk of spreading the contagion until it pervades everything you do. Remember, everything in life ebbs and flows. Your personal life might be in an upswing while your professional life is in a downswing. In that context, why let one negative circumstance infect the positive circumstances in other areas of your life? Thoughts control your life. Yet what most people do, they allow one negative event to dominate their thoughts. Thoughts held in your mind, it reproduces after their kind. And you need to realize that if you're feeling bad, it means you're thinking negative thoughts. Replace the thought with something positive and you change the feeling. In this context, your thoughts it's like a silico. It's like silico as your circumstances are. You have the power to change the season of your thinking with a single thought. You can jump from doom and gloom to optimism and being content by focusing your attention on good. There's a saying that says, "This too shall pass." Just like the night is always darkest just before the dawn, so too can despair be transmuted into joy with the realization that good times are coming. Don't nourish bad circumstances. As James Allen once stated, circumstance does not make the man, it reveals him to himself. The outer world of circumstance is shaped by the inner world of thought. When you take the attitude that you will work with any circumstance you are dealt with the intent of shaping it into the outcome you seek, then you position yourself for success. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So when you work with negative circumstances, it can transfigure into a positive outcome. Always remember your present circumstance, it does not dictate your final outcome. Leaves may fall from the trees in the fall, but they return in great abundance in spring. A few things may go against you today, but many good things will go your way in the future. Perspective is reflective. Everything you want is coming to you now. You just don't know yet. You don't know what season it will arrive. It's like a wonderful ship sailing on the open seas. You know the ship is there, you just can't see it. Yet very soon it will sail over the horizon and into your life. Keep the faith. When you stayed on the inside, you will experience it on the outside. The oak tree sleeps in the acorn, as does the bird in the egg. So too will your reality give birth to your dreams when the time is right. The 12th law is the law of gender. This last law out of the 12 universal laws states that everything has its masculine yang and feminine yin. It has those principles, and these are the basis for all creation. We must balance our masculine and feminine energies within ourselves to become a master and a true co-creator with God. As above, so below. As within, so without. I have learned the hard way many times on this planet that when things are not going my way, I have two choices. I can believe in the fears that run crazy through my mind that tell me I'm screwed. It's too late. It's never going to happen. I could give in to the pleas of my mind and keep saying, yeah, see, it will never change no matter what you do. It will never change. Or I can believe in faith that resides in my heart and soul, that all is well. I am being shown what isn't meant to be, or a lesson or a truth, that I came to learn. Either way, you're putting trust in something that you cannot see, right? Fears or faith. All hopes and dreams have a gestational period. The law of gender, the universal law that states that all things have both masculine and feminine attributes, and all things need time to gestate and grow. This universal law is one that is left out of many books. You won't find many law of attraction books highlighting this law. The reason is they are afraid that this law will scare you off. I think, however, that knowledge is power, so keep watching. There are two parts to this universal law. The first is that there are both male and female components to all things in nature. The other is that all things need a gestational period. This includes your thoughts as well. This law of gender has very little to do with the biological sex. Rather, it refers to the fact that there are two major types of energy. The masculine, feminine portion of this law. Even though we consider ourselves either male or female, we both have male and female aspects to ourselves. Some are more dominant than others, but they both exist. Nonetheless, the feminine is a soft sensibility, and the masculine is the protective wage earner side. I'm not saying that all women are sensitive and incapable of being protective or to earn an income, but what I'm saying is it just shows that we're all capable of both. Everywhere in nature you see both feminine and masculine aspects of the same. Plants, animals, minerals, and many others. It takes both sides to create or to produce in nature. It is important to understand this so that we might become more in tune with the two sides and benefit from both. All things need time to grow, time to mature, and time to sprout into being. We see this all through nature. It takes 9 months for a child to grow and be born into this world. And all seeds must germinate before sprouting up. All ideas need time to sprout and grow. What this law states that it is important that all our hopes and dreams, all of our goals need time to gestate. Gestational period. Nothing happens instantly. If this was the case, we would think of an elephant and next thing you know, it's falling down on our heads. Think of your ideas and your hopes and dreams and goals as a seed. When we plant a seed, we must water it, tend to it, give it sunlight, and fertilize it. Our hopes and dreams work the same way. We must tend to them, and if we do this correctly and have faith that when the time is right, they will sprout and begin to grow. They will. However, we become impatient and start to disturb the soil before the time is right. Then, when that happens, we see that it's not sprouting well because it's been disturbed and will need more time and more nurturing to survive. Otherwise, it will die. Most people give up just before they succeed. And that is very sad. A lot of people give up just before they succeed because they stop believing and they stop having faith. Don't let this be you. Have you heard the story about the gold miner? It's in the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. There's a man in there. He's a gold miner, and he spent years digging at a location where he was sure was full of gold, and he stopped digging because he lost faith. He stopped digging 3 feet away from payday, and the next owner of the land, of course, he reaped all the benefits of this hard work, of this man's hard work, because he gave up 3 feet from gold. Don't let this happen to you. Have faith that all is working out for your highest good. You were born with many wonderful abilities. The greatest of all is the power to take charge of your own mind and direct it to any end results you desire. Create well, my friends. as our beautiful plants our beautiful planet needs all the love and light it can get. This is Nadine Grace, and thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please remember to subscribe so you can be notified when I post new videos.